Now, Gabe, you already know. I got to ask you this question. Are you a Carolinas baby?
Yes, born and raised.
Born and raised? What?
Born and raised.
What city?
Well, Rock Hill, but
What?
I mean, I grew up in Catawba, right down the road.
Right down the street.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now, this is good. See, that's what I'm talking about. Them Carolinians, boy.
Yeah.
Are we black? Are we blue? We're blue in North Carolina, right? So what's the color for South Carolina?
It's usually red. I think it's gonna always be red.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hate on you today. We good. I appreciate that, girl. So he is a Carolinas baby. I love it. Yeah. All right, Carolinas, we're gonna keep it coming. Welcome to the Famously Local Podcast. Local, not local, but famous around these parts. You are on the air with the hostess with the mostest, sharing the good news that you can use as we talk, community awareness, and keep you in the know. I am Angela McNeil Woods, aliasly known as That Laurel Hill Girl. And today, family, wow. I have the privilege. I'm going to say privilege because when I tell you he's one of the hardest working men in town, I have the privilege of having here as a guest, special artist, entrepreneur, young Semaj. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Now, every now and then y'all going to hear me say gay because, I knew the innocent side of him. I'm just kidding. He's still innocent, family, okay? But we're going to dive into that deep little story there. So, man, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, man.
My pleasure.
Wow, this is like, I'm a fan too. Y'all gonna see. I'm a fan, man. And you're gonna understand why before this is all over with. So while we at it, I want to put some more respect on your name. Okay? We're gonna put some respect on it. Because you're one of the rare few. You're considered a crossover artist, okay? Because you've done Christian rap and you do R&B,
right?
So you got a lot going on. Yeah. Everybody can't say that,
right?
And you still believe in the faith,
right?
Okay, let's give him something. You very multifaceted.
Thank you.
And with that respect on his name, y'all, he's a public speaker. He's a songwriter, brand influencer. ... I love it. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Gabe, I want the world to know how we met. Okay. So I'm gonna tell my story. Okay.
All right.
So I work part-time at a place called Master Media. So for some people who don't know, there is an actual Christian call center. Now they don't have the big names like T.D. Jakes or Joyce Myers because they have their own thing going. But a lot of the Christian networks, they are tunneled through Master Media, and so that's how I was able to meet Gabe, and he was one of the coolest managers, y'all. You know the kind that don't micromanage you,
right?
Ooh, I love that kind. Don't you love that kind? I can't stand nobody micromanaging me. It's like I know what I'm doing. I can do my job,
right?
But he always had this look in his face, y'all, and that look was like, I ain't gonna be here long, right? This ain't all I do, right?
Right.
So this is how we are here right now because this man, when I tell you, woo, and we see you now,
yeah,
right, and we definitely know that you're growing. What you got going on is so awesome.
Thank you.
All right, friend, and I want to shout out to all of those who work at Master Media because it's a lot of people that have worked in Master Media.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about. I'm like, dang, I forgot that they worked there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've had some different persuasions come to me and go, hey, I remember you, Master. I'm looking like, I don't know you.
Like,
yeah, we were on a gig and she was steady talking. I was like, I don't know her.
You just like, what do I know of her?
Yeah. Don't you hate that when you don't know somebody's name?
Yeah, it bothers you. You be like,
anyway, y'all, shout out to Master Media family. All right. Now, and also we met through art. I remember doing something for your girls, the princesses.
Yes, yeah.
And how they doing?
They're doing good. They live in Virginia now. I don't know if that was the case last time we talked or whatever. But they live in Virginia now. But
how old are they?
Jessica who is the oldest, is 15, and then Madison is 12.
Ooh, what you gonna do? 15. She about to be driving.
Man, she looks so different than probably from what you remember.
Wow,
man,
that was your twinning too. Both of them are God.
Oh yeah.
You got your gun in your car?
You know I do.
I got you too. Shotgun in the That's some pretty babies, y'all. And congratulations on your son.
Thank you.
I haven't met him yet, but I hope this soon I will.
Yeah, he a handful. I also have a 1-year-old daughter too, named Aurora. Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty name.
Yeah.
Boy, yeah.
She a handful.
Too. Is she?
Yeah.
Oh man, so you got that energy. But real talk, friend. Our sincerest condolences to you in regards to the loss of your twins.
Thank you.
Yeah, my heart goes out to you for that, and I ain't gonna stay over there long because I'm a big crybaby.
It's okay. I got some stuff coming out.
Yeah.
I dropped an album called Twins.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Wow. All right, family, let's get it in now. So now I do want to ask you about Spike Bree Productions. Mm-hmm. Okay. For some reason, I kept thinking that came from the girls. Mm-hmm. Where does that come from?
Well, actually, you probably thought about that because they did help me a lot.
Okay.
That's when they were still living down here. So my daughter was kind of, I guess, maybe following in my footsteps with editing and stuff. They do, these kids good. With and they good with the technology, with the editors and video editing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Spike Bree Productions, it came about actually when I left Master Media.
Okay.
It was me basically trying to go on my entrepreneur journey. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I wanted to do, or that I felt like I was missing in music and stuff like that, was video productions and stuff like that. And so I basically was like saying, I don't want to wait on nobody and nothing like that. So I'm gonna shoot my own videos or whatever. And then since I got this expensive camera, I shoot videos for other people and take pictures and stuff like that too. And we was working with my cousin who passed, PURP.
Oh, that was your family. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I knew he was your homeboy. Mm-hmm. I love how you pay homage to him.
Yeah.
So. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So I was, I was definitely heavily involved in pushing him and using the Spike Bree Productions to kind of get footage and stuff like that.
Good. I love that. Now, Gabe, so did you and the girls, did y'all get your YouTube channel off? What was it going to be called? Jesse and Maddie with Daddy?
Yeah.
Did y'all get that going?
We did about 3 episodes, but we didn't. It didn't continue.
It was. I knew it would be good.
Yeah,
it's not too late, Gabe.
You're right.
You got a fan base, Gabe. It's not too late.
You're right.
Yeah, we're not gonna let Tabitha Brown be the only one come up with some good stupid stuff. Wow, that's good. All right, now so I've got my family things out the way, y'all. Yeah. So we're gonna get into it now. Gabe, how long have you been rapping?
Pretty much all my life. But when I was around about 8 years old, actually my sister Naja, it was her husband at the time.
Hey Naja.
I remember him sitting down, asking me and my brother. He's like, y'all boys know how to rap, and we was like, no. He said, all you got to do is talk. Talk whatever you're thinking or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so that was kind of my first introduction into it. Besides a little group I had where I was writing lyrics, but we was in a class in our Miss Simpson's class, and she would let us play hip hop music, from other artists. Oh. But that's kind of after that,
Was that in high school?
That was in
middle school?
4th grade. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were playing cassette tapes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The good old days. No,
right.
Now, so did you participate in any talent shows and stuff?
Yeah. Well, with that, in that same era, I won. I put in a poem, and I won across the whole school.
Oh wow!
And then I got accepted to a writers camp for Winthrop. It was called Wow, Winthrop's Outstanding Writers.
Yeah. So, we recently just had the poet laureate on Angelo Jeter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout outs to you, Angelo.
Shout out.
Now he worked at Winthrop, and so he talked about the writers program.
Okay.
See, but a lot of places don't have that.
Yeah.
So that's good that they offer that.
Yeah, I wish I would have took more advantage of it, but being so young, like I said, I was I think I was the youngest person there.
Oh, for real.
But I would get homesick.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
Well, now, so in this game, have you had any mentors Anybody that you looked up to?
Yeah. One of my mentors is Dr. Boston. He's actually a biblical theologian.
Okay.
And I don't call him as often as I should and get advice from him as I should, but anytime that I'm going through something like when I went through with the twins and stuff like that, any major life stuff, I can give him a call. And I guess I really don't have to talk to him all the time because we unpack so much in like one or two conversations.
It's good. But, it's good to have somebody like that too.
Yeah. Other mentors. I don't know. I would say Dwayne. I don't know if you remember him, Dwayne. Definitely.
Okay. Mass media.
Yeah.
Now listen. So let's go back in the day. Give me top 3 rappers that you like, that you really like.
DMX is my number one. Yeah, DMX is my number one.
Okay. Okay. Who else? I miss him too.
Lil Wayne. And let's see. Man. DMX, Lil Wayne.
No Biggie, no Pop. What?
Oh yeah, Tupac. Yeah, okay, Tupac. Yeah.
Right, no. Don't be asking Miss Angela what she know about that. I ain't always been saved. Okay. And now, current. Let's go current. Who you liking now? Who you feeling right now?
As far as rappers? Well, of course, Polo, MDM Polo.
MDM Polo is in the building too, y'all. So my brother said, yes. All right now. Welcome to the show.
I'm trying to think. I really don't be listening to a lot of artists, especially like when I'm creating music.
Okay.
So I don't be wanting to get too much influence.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a couple
That's
of
a deep way to think, Gay.
It's a couple of newer ones that I like though.
What do you think about that?
I'm gonna say Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say Kendrick Lamar.
We're gonna give it to you, Kendrick. We ain't gonna let you down. We ain't gonna take hold you today. No,
and maybe I forget his name. Oh, Jordan Lucas.
Oh,
yeah. I like.
They don't do enough of him.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be in my music, y'all. I'll be trying to dig love that him.
Right.
Now, okay, so let's think Christian rappers. Who would be your top 2? It can be local too.
Right. Think on that.
I love that we have a lot of local talent like that.
I'm gonna say Lecrae.
Okay.
And
Lecrae been in the game for a while too.
Yeah, he has been. Let's say Lecrae and
Yeah, we're gonna.
I really don't know. Let's get Lecrae and. I really don't know. I haven't been really listening to it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And let's not forget Young Semaj. Okay. Real talk. Praise the Lord. Don't get me started. Oh, don't get me started. Y'all about to know. So what has been some of your the biggest challenges that you faced as when you communicate with people through your faith when you were doing Christian rap?
What was some of the biggest challenges? Well, you kind of had the way I used to do it, or the way I do it in general. It was swayed between, you kind of had the older church people kind of more set in their ways. So you get challenges or backlash from them, but you can win them over.
Yeah.
And what was the question again? What's the
biggest challenge that you face when you try to communicate with through your faith through rap by using rap? Because a lot of them
being marketable. I remember one time we had a song, and it wasn't really a diss to Lil Wayne, but we had a radio interview in Columbus, Georgia, and they wouldn't play like one of my songs because they said it this Lil Wayne.
No
and
way.
their parent company.
Seriously?
So so they was a Christian radio station, but they had a parent radio station that was like you can't play
that. For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It is crazy out here, period, though.
Right.
You know?
But that lets you know kind of how people get blackballed, because it really wasn't even the person who was interviewing me, their call. You know, it was the parent station.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of blackball, let's stay right there for a minute, because I was having a conversation with Polo not too long ago. We were talking about the Carolinas. So I'm gonna pose a question to you guys. What is going on with the Carolinas? Because we always show ATL love, and ATL shows ATL love, ain't that right? True, yeah. You know, and they support their people that's coming up. But for the Carolinas, it's something about the Carolinas that it's not there. We need for us family. I'm talking about everybody out there, not just Carolinas, but everybody to chime in. We've got a lot of awesome, local artists that's coming up, and they bad. They got it going on. I'm trying to tell you, and but there's no love. So I'm really saying, let's make that change, family. Let's make a change about it, because I'm not telling y'all. I got that side of gasoline. Okay. Okay.
Well, that's just to piggyback off of that. I feel like I don't know why Atlanta is like how they are, but I feel like with us, it's almost like you have to go off and then get recognition, and then you'll get accepted.
Well, we're trying to make a stop with that. Yes, we can't keep moving in New York and Atlanta.
It might be that small town mentality.
That's what it is, and that crab in the barrel mentality too. Yeah. We got to stop it, family. Come on now. Yeah, all of us know some people that's doing some big things, right? Yeah. Some of us got some cousins that can sing some of these singers up under the rug, and like the guys. You guys that have been coming on the podcast, when I tell you have it going on, when I look at the views on your YouTube channels or whatever avenues that that you're doing, your platforms, and I go, what? You gotta be kidding me. Right. I'll be showing out. So we're gonna do better, ain't that right, family? We're gonna do better. All right, moving right along. I'm sorry. I'm just so passionate about this thing.
I understand. For real.
Now, so with that being said, what are your hopes for the future of Christian hip hop?
I think I probably hope that more, like you said, like more mainstream opportunities would
open up.
Yeah. Which it seems like it seems like every now and again you do get some artists like Chance the Rapper or some of them that are, but I like to see more mainstream opportunities.
Real talk. Yeah, and see, we really don't know who's listening, because we get calls. I get calls, and they'll say, "Hey, can I go ahead and play that song?" Right. And then I have to check back with the artist to say, "Okay, do you have your stuff copyrighted?" Right. And then when they say no, I'll be like, "What? I'm up here promoting you, and you ain't got your stuff together." Right. We're gonna get it together. Yeah. So you really don't know who is watching, with that opportunity, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Now, okay, we're gonna talk more about it. We're gonna dive a little deeper, y'all. We're gonna go swimming. Now tell me what young Semaj means, like that version of you. Tell me about it, because I don't
like the acronym or
him.
Who young
Semaj? Yeah, him. Yes. Tell me about him.
Young Semaj is kind of like my alter ego in a certain sense. He's the art, that started as the artist name, but in a certain sense, he's like my alter ego because I don't know. It's like it's like, so like the best way I could probably describe it is one time we did a concert in Louisiana. We did this like a youth camp, and people was signing. We had a bathroom, and it's a toilet, just disgusting. Somebody blew up the toilet. So I remember being in the bathroom. I was like, these hands was just signing autographs. You know what I'm saying? And now they clean the toilet. So, like,
light went on.
Just to me, he's like, I don't know, he's not perfect, but it's like through that persona, I guess, it's like he get things done as more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. I see, I know you're going to go deep with me right now. And I love that there's so much spit game here in Rock Hill and in the Carolinas, right? So, I thought I saw like a cameo, or maybe it was a collab with you and one of our mentors, our brother, Mr. Dark Eye, Morris Gordon.
Yeah, we've done. I don't know if we have a song together. Oh, we have a song together.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But we've done. I actually recorded him a couple times.
Wow.
But yeah, Dark Eye's a great artist.
Yeah.
Great entrepreneur. Love working with him.
That's good. Now, we keeping it local, y'all. So now, was rapping or performing something you always wanted to do?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Well, since you was a little bitty baby.
Yep. I started out wanting to be a rock star. I used to see myself on stage with a guitar. But one Christmas, my parents got me a guitar, but it was acoustic guitar, not the electric. Oh. And I probably played with it for like 2 days, and then
that was it.
That was it.
It's okay. You rebirthed something else.
Right? Yeah, I did.
Now tell me about Firehouse Entertainment. How did that start?
Okay, Firehouse started kind of back in the day before I was even really kind of even stepped into the Christian rap side of things. It was just kind of like when I was in high school, just freestyling, or just knowing that's what I wanted to be, a rapper, in high school. So, but one day I used to get off the bus actually with my cousin PURP that I was telling you about the past. I used to get off their bus stop and then walk to my house. And one day I was walking, I just had my book bag on, walking my head down, and I looked up, and it was a house that was burnt. And at first I was like, man, I wonder whose house that was. Yeah. Kept on walking. I was like, oh snap, that's my house.
Seriously?
Yeah. So our house had burnt. It didn't burn all the way down, but it burnt, through and through, and it was basically nothing was salvageable because what that wasn't burnt down, got messed up because of the water damage from them trying to put the fire out. Fast forwarding, we end up moving next door, and that part, that old house that was burnt down, like it was a part of it that was standing pretty good. So when I was in DeVry, I got my what they call refund check. Got my refund check. I'm like, I'm gonna get me a studio, man. Okay. So I did my due diligence and got all my studio equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dang, well, I'm gonna record it, and then that's where we recorded in the burnt house. We call it the fire. My family calls it the Firehouse. Like I said, we keep some stuff in there, like storage and stuff like that.
So you still have it?
Yeah. So they'll be like, can you go over to the Firehouse and go get that old dresser or something like that? You know what I mean?
I like how we make up names for stuff.
Yeah. So that's where the Firehouse studio comes in, or Firehouse production, whatever. Everything started from that because I was recording in the Firehouse.
Wow. All right, now memorabilia now. And I love how you metaphorically titled your mixtapes.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about LAME. Okay. I was like, okay, so break that down for me. Tell me what the acronym.
LAME, LAME is Look at My Excellence.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at my excellence. Don't y'all be writing none of this down. Only me. Okay. All right. And then WAC.
WAC is with adversity comes kingship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, WACK.
Do it again.
With adversity comes kingship.
That's powerful. Yeah. I love that. Now, you be in your sleep coming up with this. So how does stuff be coming up?
Well, like Semaj stands for Soon Everyone Must Acknowledge Jesus.
Stay right there. All right, now, don't get us started.
So it's just, I think that's actually a gift that I have with the acronyms, because I see acronyms sometimes, but mine's always seem to flow like I've seen some acronyms where it's like you kind of get what they're saying, but it don't all, with adversity comes kingship is almost a full sentence. You know what I mean? Semaj, soon everyone must acknowledge Jesus is almost a full sentence. So I think it's just a gift. But with the two that you recently asked about, the WAC and LAME, those were supposed to be extensions of the B.U.M clothing line.
Okay.
So, the vision of the clothing line is to be the world's leading in acronym apparel.
Stay right there. Don't you talk about B.U.M yet.
Okay. But that's where those are.
That's where a lot of
it. And I use those as album titles as well.
Okay. All right. So we've got album volume 1. 2 and 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and they're under B.U.M, right?
Yes.
B.U.M. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about album one, because each album is different, different vibe, right? Different experience. What was one?
One was fresh, like so with around the same time period of leaving Master Media and everything like that, I was going through a divorce as well. So I was going through a divorce and going through a whole new job phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at that point in my life, that was like a marker for me, like a new beginning.
Okay.
And it was me more so like taking charge of what I want to do. Like you said, you used to see me and I had a look on my face like I ain't gonna be here for long. That stuff used to eat at me. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be doing this right now, but I got to go to work, or you know what I'm saying?
Because we need that coin.
right.
It's okay.
Or and I'd rather take this step of faith right now, but I got the family. You know what I'm saying? Such and such. So I went a little bit off. What was the
Oh no, you're good. You were telling me what volume one.
So one was around that season. Just basically a fresh start, taking kind of more control over me, loving myself, loving myself first. And so that's kind of where that one was at.
How about two?
Two is after PURP died. That's why the color of it is purple. So two was kind of same thing, new kind of purpose, like one of the closest people that I've that's passed in my life. Okay. And so dealing with grief and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
And kind of I believed in him as far as the music, his buzz and everything he had more than myself. So it was kind of it took a little time period for me to put that out. So, but it was kind of like in honor of him and what we had going.
Now, the Stamped Official album, was that his project or is that your work?
Yeah, that's his. That was his second project.
Okay, wow. Okay.
His first one was called Purple Testimony.
Wow. Okay, I love this, Gabe. Gabe, leave that money right there. First one, find it now. My head butt each other. I'm just messing. Now, how about volume 3?
Volume 3. What was I in volume 3?
Mentally.
Yeah. Volume 3 probably was more positive than all of the other ones. Just because I had linked up with Polo and just other people, and I feel like the things that a lot of things that I had embarked off and started like way back on volume 1, I had seen, I had accomplished, even with the clothing line and stuff like that had already happened and stuff like that. So I guess volume 3 was a more uplifting type season.
So you saw your growth in each one, different chapters.
Yes.
One thing I've learned in this life, you got to turn that page.
That's right.
You might want to stay in that page, but you got to turn. You got to go.
That's right.
You got to go. It'd be hard sometimes, don't it?
It is. Yeah,
my
it
Lord.
is.
Now, 2023, you released a single called "The Ball Drops." Is that you?
No.
That
was it called again? The Ball.
When the Ball Drops.
No, it's not.
How about the Django Bells?
Yes. Yeah.
Tell me about that. Did you say the Django?
Django Bells. Yeah.
So you already know where my mind went to, right? With that crazy Samuel Jackson.
Yes.
I love you, Samuel. Love you. But Lord have mercy. Was that where you was going with that?
Exactly. Yeah.
Ooh, that's deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So Django Bells is kind of, and I spelled it like Bells. I think I spelled it B.A.I.L.
Yeah.
I just spelled it different, but it was a play on words. But basically, that single was kind of like compare myself in a certain sense to being Django, to where I have had these experiences where I've been able to take flights and go and do this stuff, and kind of whatever my dreams was, I've been able to live them out in a certain sense. And that's kind of what Jamie Foxx was doing in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Who that is on that nag? You know, he got me riding the nag. Nobody. You know what I'm saying?
That movie was crazy.
It was crazy.
Jamie's off the chain too now. But I love that you titled it that. You know, I love how you do the play on words. Now, so you are currently working on new music, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's talk about Young Semaj Presents Twins.
Okay.
All right. So, and that acronym is Together We Inspire Numerous Souls.
That's correct. Yep.
Where you come up with that?
That's from the twins. I'm when I did the acronym, I was thinking, you know, how do I encompass them in it? You know what I mean? As well as kind of give a message as well. So that's what came out, you know, because you know, from what that little time period that I had with them is going to impact is going to impact me for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna tell that story. I'm not gonna let their story die. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah. So
I love that game. Wow.
I feel like they're gonna know through things like this, of being on your podcast and stuff like that.
Oh, you scary. We was talking about that earlier. That a lot of people don't understand. You know, this is legacy. You know, so when your kids get older or they may be away, they can go to YouTube and pull it up if YouTube is still here. You know, and say, "Hey, I'm gonna watch Daddy today." You got your memories right, and I don't know nobody who don't want no free advertisement. Child, let's be clear, but this is good though. You know, this is good. Can't nobody that. And so now, who did the cover, the artistry on that?
On which one?
For Twins.
Oh, I did, yeah.
You did that, guy?
Yeah, I did, yep.
You a bad boy.
Thank you.
I might have to pay you to do something later.
Thank you.
Now, is Feeling Myself, is that on the Twins album?
It's not, no.
It's not, okay.
That's a single that I haven't released fully. I put it out like on social media platforms, but I didn't put it out on any musical platforms.
Yeah. Now, so before I go any further now, Praise the Lord, y'all. It's one of my favorites from Gabe. And I saw Gabe in the store. I busted up in the store singing a song. People looking at me like I'm crazy. But right now, I want to make sure that you go to his platforms. Gabe, tell them where can they go to hear your music, purchase your music.
Yeah, you can go to pretty much it's on all platforms. All you do is type in Young Semaj, YUNG SEMAJ. And you should be able to pull up everything on there, Spotify, wherever music at, you should be able to.
Okay, all right. And also, Gabe, now I want to ask you, what do you think? Like, well, from your music, what is one of the or some of the most important? What type of message do you want people to convey when they listen to your music?
I guess resilience.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. See, there he go. I love that. That's one of my favorite words right there because that's some real life experience when you've gone, when you're a resilient person. People do some stuff to you now.
Right.
Woo! Now, you know, for those that are watching, y'all, we're gonna dive because there's so many layers and levels to Young Semaj, right? So we're gonna get into this comedy, okay? And I might give y'all my rap skills right now. Let's see.
Okay.
See, what can we do? Hold up. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Weak bodies, weak minds, I can tell. So frail with me, I'm on the scale. It's like, I messed that up.
You say big boy. I'm like, oh, well, I guess my number's really up this year.
See, I can't, y'all go to I'm trying to tell you now, fire. But the man says, praise the Lord, I've been changed. When you hear this song, you're going to really understand where it's coming from. I knew where you was coming from.
Right.
Because see, that's why I like when people call me Angie. You don't know me like that.
Right.
You feel me? Call me Angela because that is my birth name. and my birth name, Angela, means messenger.
Ooh,
so I'm
like
living
that.
there. You feel me?
Yes.
But Angie was a whole nother being. That's all I'm saying. And so, but I love that. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
We're going to keep on with it. Let's keep going, y'all. All right, so now to my understanding, they can go to youtube.com at B.U.M Comedy, B.U.M official.
Yes.
Okay. All right, now, Gabe, so you were also a web content developer for B.U.M Comedy.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, when did this come in play? When did the comedic side come in play? Because see, that's a side I didn't even know about you.
Yeah. It's something that, well, I always have been considered funny, like in high school and everything like that, class clown and stuff like that.
Can't see it, Gabe. I see it now. Because when I tell you, oh my God, it'd be so funny to me. All of your comedic skits, right? Mm-hmm. TikTok.
Yes.
And you got shorts and tell them where you are. So you're on TikTok.
Yeah, it's TikTok. It should be bum comedy _1. Mm-hmm. And then the YouTube is like you said, Bum Comedy Official.
Gotcha. Hilarious, y'all.
Instagram is Bum Comedy Brie, BRIE.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. That's where that Brie productions come from, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Brie. Okay. That was my family nickname, Brie.
Okay. Yeah. Now, so I absolutely love each and every one of the skits. Hilarious. Okay. Now, the Handyman series. I was at work when people about to put me out of that place. I was like, Angela, what is wrong with you? I said, girl, you don't understand. And when I showed them, they was laughing. Maintenance man.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't even talk about the UPS man. But you see, and when you owe someone.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, God. The detective in the confessions. Yeah. With that Black and Decker. Speaking of Black and Decker, you know my husband worked at Black and Decker. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that drill, oh my God. Inside joke. Inside joke. But how do you come up with these skits though?
It's usually me and Polo. We'll throw some ideas out back and forth.
Okay.
But we kind of spontaneously pick it off of how we feel it.
Yeah.
Every day we'll kind of get up and just get to talking, get a vibe going. And then we'll kind of be like, out of the ones that we talked about, which one you want to do or whatever. So,
oh, for real? And that aggressive producer.
Oh yeah. we actually need to do another one.
Those are good, Dave. I mean, can we do I love them. I love them. Thanks. So again, y'all, don't be sleeping on the music. And definitely not the comics. Okay. Right. Now, so you've been touring. Y'all been on the road with your comedy show, right?
Yeah. We've been.
Okay.
We did last year. Mm-hmm. We did a couple days last year.
Yeah. Now, so do you prefer your skits over stand up, or it don't matter?
It's right now. Now it don't really. It's easier to do the skits. With stand up, it's like I'm back like Young Semaj back 06. Oh. When I first performing and stuff like that.
Crowds be hard too.
Yeah, it's that feeling of being a student though. I enjoy it, you know what I mean? Because I don't necessarily know, with Young Semaj being the music, there was I did so many shows, there were certain things that I know was gonna hit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Certain songs, you know what I mean? Or I could, look at the crowd and switch a song that I think hit. But with the comedy, I haven't had enough chances to release the material to to play with it and get better with it. So I'm kind of excited to get booed and all that, and you know what I mean? Whatever.
Resilience.
Yes, right.
And are you open for bookings? Can people find you for bookings?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna have my official website up soon. Last time I had one, it was my youngsemaj.com, which I'm pretty sure I still should have the domain name for that. So it's probably gonna be youngsemaj.com, but I'll get that information out there whenever we get it.
Man, I love it. I love it when there's layers to peel back, and in my mind, layers mean mindset, the depth. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So let's go deep.
Okay.
Into B.U.M. B.U.M. Now, when I first heard the name, I immediately became concerned. I wondered, were you going through a depression? Self-esteem.
Yes.
That type of thing. B.U.M. now. Okay. But when I saw the breakdown of the acronym, breaking, undermining mentalities. Fire. B, breaking, y'all. U, undermining mentalities. Oh my God. Now see, that's why it's important to read a little bit further, right?
Right.
I'm gonna laugh about that. Okay. Now, this is part of your song where I can say this. Who you interviewing? What's in your cup? What's into you?
Right.
The bigger question is, who's the brewer.
That's
See, if I had read a little deeper into that, now you feel me, then I would have understood what you.
Right.
Let me move my sticky now, move forward. And with that being
said, is a deep border.
Yes. With that being said, family, we have merch. Here's the other part of this entrepreneurship that we're talking about. Man, B.U.M is your clothing line. Mm-hmm. Tell us about it.
So like you said, B.U.M is breaking undermining mentalities. Like I said, it was kind of with the acronym thing. Mm-hmm. I realized I'm having a gift at it. Yeah. And so, and I had the itch to do a clothing line, or it wasn't necessarily going to be a clothing line, but I knew that I needed a product. Mm-hmm. And so, I started doing my research, found out, you can make your own. And that's kind of what I'm kind of big on, or at least when I start off, kind of like even with the Spike Bree, I want to do my own videos as opposed to, doing it to a third party. So I want to do my own merch. So I was sitting with the idea of what's going to be my first shirt, or whatever. What's going to be my first. And
where little man come from?
This came afterwards. The logo came afterwards.
Yeah, that's what made me worry. Because all I saw was him with that bag. No. But then I see the dollar sign on it. I was like, level up now.
But it came from me telling somebody kind of what my plans was for the clothing line, and they was hating, and they called me a bum. And so, but when I was contemplating on the acronym, I was like, that one dropped in. It was like boom. And then it was like not too long, the breaking undermining mentalities. Wow. So the person was trying to undermine me. Yes. That ain't gonna work. You a bum, you know what I mean? So and I just flipped it on it. And so that's what all of the acronyms kind of, that's why they have those connotations. Lame, whack, those are things that negative connotations. Yeah. But we redefine them. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's genius. That's genius now. Woo,
and it really did. It broke undermining mentality, because I could have took that person's word and said, that's a bad idea. I'm a bum. You know what I mean? But I took it and flipped it, and
that's good.
First year we did 15K in sales.
All a mistake. And so, and see, that's I love that. I love that you take the negatives and you make it a positive, or better yet, it's like fuel.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
It is.
And because I know all of us pretty much go through the same things when it comes to that. Because I've heard, I remember when we opened our shop here about 3 years ago, and somebody was like, well, you did it. And I just kind of side-eyed them like, did what? That ain't nothing.
Right.
That's just that.
Right.
Other things are coming. Right. You feel me? Because as long as the Lord gives you breath in your body, you still on this earth, you can make some moves.
Yes.
I ain't living vicariously through nobody. You feel me?
That's right.
Okay, now, I let it go. And so I love that for you, man. This is good stuff. So B.U.M Apparel.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, so you are currently being restocked. You're stocking.
Yeah. We're gonna actually go relaunch in about 3 months. I'll give you an official date or whatever. But we're gonna relaunch. We're gonna try to get into loungewear.
Okay.
So like taking the B.U.M to like people.
We might like that.
Yeah.
Put me on your list now.
All right.
I know family gonna come first, but I'm coming too.
Yeah, I got you. Definitely got you.
I love it, Gabe. I really do love it. And so so what we have here, now Gabe, tell me about this right here.
This is just one of our like tote bags.
Okay.
I
like the color on it.
Carry like your little notebooks and tablets and stuff like that.
Notebook. Okay, he's telling you what you can put in there, but we women, we put
everything.
Yes, everything.
You can use it for a pocketbook or like I said, whatever.
I like it. But I'm obsessing over your brand. Period. And so I have a shirt today.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, bro. And but I want a hoodie. Okay. So I'm putting my order in.
That's our best seller. The
hoodies. Yeah. Okay. Now we got other colors.
Yes.
You want to tell us what the colors are?
Well, actually, like I said, we're putting them together, but like our main seller was like just the neutral, like black with the white letters.
Because you recently on Instagram you put a feed out about your clothes, so that you have some gear laid out there. Go on his Instagram page under B.U.M Comedy, right? That's where you had it.
That's correct.
So y'all can see.
Y'all can see some options.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna be walking around here. I wish somebody would say something about my B.U.M shirt. I'm gonna break them down.
It's definitely an eye catcher too.
Yeah.
I remember like when I first was like just wearing them myself or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd be going out and I forget that I got it on. And people would be looking at me hard. Like, what are you looking at?
Yeah, who says that?
And then I look down. Then I look down and I'd be like, oh, it was the B.U.M got him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the B.U.M got him. Okay, write that down, baby. Oh my goodness, I love it now. So, are you going to keep on making more projects for us?
Yes,
with your music.
With the music, definitely.
And with your clothing line.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a book coming out too.
What?
Yep.
When is it coming?
It's gonna be this year.
It will?
Yeah, it'll be this year.
Might have to have Gabe back on, y'all.
I'm still writing it, but it's gonna be entitled Twins as well.
Oh.
It's a motivational memoir.
Yeah. I'm glad that you got a chance to have that time with your baby, you know. The Lord needed you, baby. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay there. We're
gonna
stay right there. All right, now so tell the people how they can find and make purchases for B.U.M.
You can find me online. I would say go through right now any of my social handles that I said. You can DM me, but like I said, we're gonna get an official website and everything like that as well.
Okay. And we'll be in contact so I can put that out there.
Yeah.
Now there's gonna be more information about Gabe, you guys, in his about section of the card. Once we put all of this together. But Gabe, I can't thank you enough, baby.
Thank you for having me.
Y'all, let's show Gabe some love. Thank you. All right, family. Let's continue to keep breaking mindsets, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Where my rap there? Weak minds, weak bodies. I can tell. Gabe may or may not rap for me, y'all, but it's okay. I'm gonna have it in the clip. Okay. All right, family. Local, not local, but definitely famous around these parts. Y'all be blessed.
Thank you. What up, world? It's your boy, Young Semaj. I'm here at 742 North. Just had a great time on the Famously Local podcast. I want y'all to check out my merch. This is one of our shirts here. This is B.U.M, Breaking Underminding Mentalities. Y'all see the logo? My man right here. He don't look like he too fly, but that money bag right there overflowing. We're going to be releasing new designs coming this year. Probably by June or before then. Check us out at B.U.M Comedy Official on YouTube. You can get all my links from there. And the new website will be dropping soon as well. Thank you.